Splunk Enterprise Certified Admin SPLK-1003 Real updated questions are valuable, which are useful in the preparation. Share some Splunk SPLK-1003 exam updated questions here. 1. The universal forwarder has which capabilities when sending data? Select all that apply. A. Sending alerts. B. Compressing data. C. Obfuscating, hiding data. D. Indexer acknowledgement. 2. Which of the following authentication types requires scripting in Splunk? A. ADFS. B. LDAP. C. SAML. D. Radius. 3. Which option accurately describes the purpose of the HTTP Event Collector, HEC? A. A token-based HTTP input that is secure and scalable and that requires the use of forwarders. B. A token-based HTTP input that is secure and scalable and that does not require the use of forwarders. C. An agent-based HTTP input that is secure and scalable and that does not require the use of forwarders. D. A token-based HTTP input that is insecure and non-scalable and that does not require the use of forwarders. 4. An admin is running the latest version of Splunk with a 500 GB license. The current daily volume of new data is 300 GB per day. To minimize license issues, what is the best way to add 10 terabytes of historical data to the index? A. Buy a bigger Splunk license. B. Add 2.5 terabytes each day for the next 5 days. C. Add all 10 terabytes in a single 24-hour period. D. Add 200 gigabytes of historical data each day for 50 days. 5. Which of the following statements describe deployment management? Select all that apply. A. Requires an enterprise license. B. Is responsible for sending apps to forwarders. C. Once used, is the only way to manage forwarders. D. Can automatically restart the host OS running the forwarder. 6. Which of the following must be done to define user permissions when integrating Splunk with LDAP? A. Map users. B. Map groups. C. Map LDAP inheritance. D. Map LDAP to Active Directory. 7. The volume of data from collecting log files from 50 Linux servers and 200 Windows servers will require multiple indexers. Following best practices, which types of Splunk component instances are needed? A. Indexers, search head, universal forwarders, license master. B. Indexers, search head, deployment server, universal forwarders. C. Indexers, search head, deployment server, license master, universal forwarder. D. Indexers, search head, deployment server, license master, universal forwarder, heavy forwarder. 8. Which of the following are supported options when configuring optional network inputs? A. Metadata override, sender filtering options, network input queues, quantum queues. B. Metadata override, sender filtering options, network input queues, memory, persistent queues. C. Filename override, sender filtering options, network output queues, memory, persistent queues. D. Metadata override, receiver filtering options, network input queues, memory, persistent queues. 9. Which valid bucket types are searchable? Select all that apply. A. Hot buckets. B. Cold buckets. C. Warm buckets. D. Frozen buckets. 10. Which of the following types of data count against the licensed daily quota? A. Replicated data. B. Splunked logs. C. Summary index data. D. Windows internal logs.